That's terrible what the Bush administration did. It's very positive that the Obama administration released those memos. The contradiction is, while he released memos that clearly established that the Bush administration was engaged in torture, he then, with his other hand, says, I'm going to immunize anyone involved in those torture techniques from any kind of prosecution. I'm not only going to immunize them for prosecution, but I'm going to pay for their defense if they happen to be indicted or prosecuted in Europe. And that I find really, really appalling. What it actually talks about is a particular set of CIA officials who actually engaged in the process of waterboarding and torture. It doesn't talk about their upper people. It doesn't talk about Rumsfeld. It doesn't talk about George Tenon, who was head of the CIA at the time. It doesn't talk about Porter Goss, who was also head of the CIA. It doesn't talk about the lawyers who actually set up the legal memos. It doesn't talk about the lawyers who actually set up the legal memos for this torture. So Obama could move on and not go after the lower level guys and still be faithful to his statement by going after the upper level people. So I think it's a carefully worded statement. I'm not saying I'm hopeful that he's going to do that. I'm only saying that there's room still for pressure.
Probably Jewish. She might be able to reach you. When's the latest you could go? 6, 7?
I think in some ways this is a positive move because, again, what these memos show is that this wasn't just the work of a few bad apples. This was something that was ordered from above, and really those people who are responsible ought to be the ones who are paying the price, as it were.
You know, inside you've got these slots.
It's certainly a step in the right direction to release these memos, but they raise many more questions than they answer. I'd like to know what memos are missing from those that have been released, because again, they don't talk about proxy detention. They don't talk about, I mean, we have one very long memo about the interrogation of just one prisoner. So if we have that for him, then how many more are there?
She says they got a live show on at that time.